All right, guys, so we're gonna have a little conceptual video about cow catchers. Cow catchers is a really common thing you see in wrestling. It's not as common in jiu-jitsu, but I honestly think it's a very strong movement, not only in the wrestling department, but specifically in guard passing. And this video is gonna be specifically talking about cow catchers from guard passing. All right, guys, so when we're guard passing, a really common reaction, especially in no-gi, is someone wrestling up. Right? So if I ever get into kind of a solid guard pass and I start moving in this position, it's really common for Rainy to want to build up. He's going to come up into a kind of a single leg and he's going to wrestle up from this position, right? Now, there's some submissions you can do like darce, guillotines, things like that. But to be fully honest, like if you're trying to guard pass and you're trying to put pressure on your partner, the wrestle up is really annoying, right? Especially when you're trying to chain things together, right? So something I've kind of begun to do, right, is to use the cow catcher to punish the wrestle up, right? Because wrestle up is such a common reaction, it's such a kind of ubiquitous reaction from my partner on bottom, I almost will bait the wrestle up to then be able to cow catcher and then get an even more solid pin, right? You can do this from just about any guard pass as long as you're ending up kind of at an angle, almost kind of at least side control, kind of perpendicular, preferably more towards the north-south. The most common situation I use this from is something that is a north-south style pass, right? So for example, I go to a hip and knee post, right? Where I put a hand at the hip, hand at the knee, and I use this to kind of crush my partner. And if I start moving towards the north-south scenario, right? Where I let go of the knee and I start grabbing at the head, I start moving towards this position. As I start dropping, exactly, Rainy's gonna come up and he's gonna wrestle into me, right? And I know this, right? If I'm going north-south, if I'm going that direction, people are gonna wanna wrestle up, right? So if I get to this position right here, and I know Rainy's gonna wrestle up, instead of stay down, instead of staying at a kind of a loose reverse collar tie, from almost always now, when I go north-south, I slide into a deeper collar tie. So if we go to this side real quick, I'm gonna move, I'm out in this position, I'm gonna start reaching for a collar tie, and as I start running north-south, I drop my head. And the reason I'm dropping my head, rotate just a little bit for the camera, is so I can deepen this chin strap right here. Now, if Rainy ever tries to wrestle up, I'm gonna use this underhook right here. So I can grab onto his back, preferably his far lat, and now I can whip him. There's a couple of videos back where I talked about the actual cow catcher. The idea behind a cow catcher, guys, is you're gonna use your hands as a steering wheel and your legs are gonna do a lot of the work. So as I go here, I'm gonna use my arms, right? My arm around the chin to drop him, my left arm to push as an underhook, but I'm also gonna whip my hips through so I can control him and pin him to the floor right here. And now I have a very solid pin. I can hold him for a few seconds. If you're in a tournament that had points, you could get your points. There's potential that you can submit them kind of like a one-headed guillotine style thing, or you can just fully let go here, right? The idea behind the cow catcher, guys, turtle, Rainy, is you have a solid chin strap, a control of the chin. You can even go deeper if you would like, whatever feels comfortable, as long as you have good control of the head. We're having good control, and we're using an underhook, preferably going to the far lat. Some people like to go to the far shoulder. My mental image is always far lat. If I can grab onto the far lat, I know I'm in a solid position. I can now chase my right hip to his right hip, right on the same side. So I circle, and I want to hit him with my right hip as I circle through, right here. Now I'm kind of like what you would see like a traditional, almost like judo pin, right? Where I can lift, I can maintain, and I'm in a very solid position right here. Always be mindful, guys, that we never want to sit onto our butt too much and have them kind of roll into us. You're still in a pretty solid position, guys, but I always want to be careful not to get rolled back, not to get moved in any weird scenarios. So whatever the pass is, guys, let's change it up a little bit. Let's say you knee slice, right? I'm in this position right here. I go knee slice, I shoot, boom, he's coming up. I already know. I catch, and I go cow catcher right here, right? I know he's gonna wrestle up. Anything that gets me at a good angle is a good angle for him to wrestle up. So I'm always gonna chain it. So if we slow that down, right? I'm here, I knee slice, I go, I get to a point like this. If I don't do anything, he's gonna wrestle up like this, exactly. So what I do, guys, go back one step, right? Is anything time like this, I'm gonna make sure I angle all the way, right? Almost like I'm angling for like a front headlock almost, so I can get that chin strap. Now he has to make a bigger motion to wrestle up, and I should be ready with my secondary hand. Exactly. If you can catch him mid get up, perfect. It's the easiest time. Sometimes you're gonna be a little slower and you're gonna have to fight him a little bit here. If you catch him already built up to the knees, you're gonna have to really run your feet. Sometimes they'll even stand up and you're gonna have to really run to take him all the way down, right? Don't be afraid to circle for a little bit of time, guys. The circling is gonna help you so much. Really focus on using your legs, not so much your arms, right? So again, we're in a position like this, right? I'm playing with Rainey, I'm guard passing, right? If you guys watched my arm weave videos, this is in there, right? I arm weave, I collar tie, I slide out, I hug nice and tight. Watch that chin, I already have the chin. As Rainey wrestles up, I can go, right? Sometimes your head's gonna get caught and it makes it a little weird. It's okay, you can remove it and then we go. But the whole idea, guys, is as we go, we get that underhook, we get that chin strap, and we whip all the way through, okay? So, the cow catcher is honestly, I think, one of the most underused movements from guard passing, right? It is wonderful to do, right? I really started doing this, right, after a session I did with Jason Nolf, right? He's very good wrestler. And he hit me with a cow catcher once or twice. And I started thinking about how to do cow catchers more often in jiu-jitsu. And this kind of position just kind of landed in my lap kind of the next day. And I was like, ah, perfect, I can shoot it right through, right? The idea behind any of this, guys, is making sure you can get to an angle and to a chin strap. If we cannot get to the chin strap or the angle, it makes it very difficult, right? So I've kind of started tailoring my guard passing towards getting to this angle, right? And there's tons of ways to do this, guys. You can be so creative with it, right? I've given you a couple examples, knee slice, right? With the arm weave kind of knee slice passing that we've done before, right? You can even just go cross step, right? As we're wrestling right here, as we're guard passing, I cross step and I can go immediately to a chin strap. So as he comes up, I can shoot it through right here. And we go right into positions like this, right? And it is such a great position because if he doesn't wrestle up, oftentimes you're just gonna recover, right? Or he's gonna stay on bottom and then you don't have to worry about the sweeping issue, right? So honestly, guys, I think cow catcher is a great thing to play around with. Initially, it's gonna be a little difficult, right? Because you're gonna have to do a couple things at once. But if you get used to moving towards that north-south and getting to a chin strap, it's such a good pass, right? Such a good way of passing. As a general kind of rule of thumb, I like to play with a reverse collar tie first, right? Whatever position I'm in, whether it's hip to knee post or whatever, I'll play with the reverse collar tie first. As I circle, I deepen this. Those are my favorite entries. The entries where you go from a reverse collar tie, like a loose, just grab at the head right here, and then shift to here. Because now you're in a solid position. So if you want to start this in a very basic way, hip and knee post, collar tie, we circle, we deepen it. As we deepen it, just rotate Rainey. As we deepen it, we can pull back our arm. He tries to wrestle up, we shoot through. Go back. If he doesn't wrestle up, right, no problem, we guard pass, right? Nice and easy, right to north-south. Easy little dilemma that I think a lot of you would gain to learn.